Harry Potter hated living in a cupboard beneath the stairs when he stayed with his aunt and uncle. If it had been something like the one belonging to Poncho the dog, however, he might have never left. Indeed, Poncho's human made him the perfect home within a home, and it's everything a dog, or a lover of cute things, could wish for. Four-year-old Chihuahua Poncho truly is a doted-on doggo, and you can't fault his human for her dedication. The human in question is Betty McCall, an ex-teacher who lives in Rochelle, Georgia. When McCall's husband, who sadly since passed away, took Poncho home, the dog was suffering from an illness. To be more precise, the Chihuahua had canine parvovirus, or parvo as it's sometimes called. Parvo is contagious between dogs and gets passed on through feces. The disease attacks the heart or intestines of the sufferer, and if it goes unchecked, the results can be fatal. In fact, the death rate for parvo is as high as 90% if it goes undiagnosed. Poncho was in good hands, however. That's because McCall's daughter worked as a veterinarian. Thanks to her, Poncho was cared for throughout his illness until he recovered. When Poncho was fit and healthy again, his mommy obviously thought he deserved to be pampered in a big way. "He's terribly spoiled," McCall told ABC News in September 2016. Poncho now lives on a cotton farm with his brother and sister, Pete and Pushy. Pete's an Australian Shepherd dog and Pushy is a cat, but the three get along famously. He felt comfortable around his family, but Poncho had some anxiety issues around crowds. "Poncho gets really nervous when there's a lot of people," McCall explained. "So I always had a dog crate so he'd have somewhere to go and calm down when people were over." But when McCall moved to the farm, a crate wasn't good enough for Poncho, as Will Rigdon, McCall's nephew, discovered. While visiting his aunt's house for the holidays, he stumbled on Poncho's doggy digs. He was so impressed that he uploaded the pictures to social media. Under the username Fatisbac, Rigdon shared the photos of Poncho's pad on imgur. The pictures showed that with the intention of giving Poncho somewhere he could feel at ease, McCall had created the perfect Chihuahua chill space. "When I built this house, I thought I'd have a place rather than a dog crate," McCall told ABC News, "so I asked my carpenters to build this for me." Poncho's Potter-like pad was inserted under the stairs, secreted behind a door built into the wall. It has a big door that opens, and it has a little door with a screen in it. "My carpenters also put in the walls with the acrylic flooring," Poncho's mommy explained. But those weren't the only comforts the Chihuahua would enjoy for his room. Next came the American Girl bed, a treasure that McCall dug up at a thrift shop. It classed up Poncho's room far beyond its $4 price tag and looked adorable to boot. Suddenly, the stair space looked a lot more like a home than a hidey hole. The canine comforts multiplied from there. A estate sale provided Poncho with a delightfully dainty chest of drawers, though he needed help moving the furniture. And the decor only got better once the rest of McCall's family saw what she'd done with the place. "My sisters came and they really wanted everyone in my county to think I was crazy," McCall mused. "Carol decided that he needed a sombrero and a pair of antlers over his bed. My other sister Gail made a lamp and a rug for his room." Poncho certainly wasn't complaining though. He seemed to love his new doggy decorations, especially when the food and water bowls were added. The canine connoisseur even got treated to some tiny oil paintings. His favorite is surely the one of the dogs having a game of poker. But the piece de resistance has got to be Poncho's piano. It's where the Chihuahua's only house rule originates. "I found it on sale at another yard sale," McCall said. "I told him he could have it as long as he doesn't play it at midnight," she joked. Poncho isn't left out when it comes to holiday celebrations either. His human mommy has decorated the dog's dig several times for festive events, including Halloween. It's the one time of the year Poncho's place has something in common with Harry Potter's. And that thing in common would be spiders, of course. For the scariest night of the year, the Chihuahua's room underwent a terrifying transformation into a cave of lost hope. Well, some pumpkin decorations and spiderwebs were added at least. Election day was also a time for celebration in Poncho's pad. Poncho wouldn't say who he voted for, but his decorations gave it all away. His little light shade was replaced by a tiny campaign poster pushing Poncho for president. He'd get my vote. This amazing custom-made canine cave was entirely decorated with crafts and thrifty finds. Poncho ended up with quite a room, McCall told ABC News. He doesn't really touch anything in there except his bed, but he thinks he deserves it all, so I guess it's okay. And we certainly can't argue with that. I hope you like this video. If so, please hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to make sure you never miss a video from our channel.